Hey guys, so in the video you're about to see, I make a pretty big deal about this new ability called, well, not really new ability, but this ability called Group Dive that Falcon Rider is going to get at his next level. I essentially went short of proclaiming it the next meta, but the reason for that was because I was under the incorrect impression of how the ability worked. So under my incorrect impression, I thought that every time any monster dodged, everyone got increased melee attack. That is not the case. In fact, only the monster that dodges gets increased melee attack. So, I think it's still going to be good. Maybe not meta defining as I thought before. But just wanted to throw out that disclaimer before this video. Alright, enjoy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Effdash here with effdash TV, and we've got a new Card Monsters update incoming. Patch 1.27. It's going to be the Halloween update. A lot of cool stuff is in here, and we're going to do some analysis based off some of the updates that are coming. The upgrade tables are being opened for rare and legendary cards. So we're going to go through and see which are worth your precious crystals. So let's start here. New update, October 27th, patch 1.27. So in a couple days. So it says, Dear Summoners, 1.27 will be live on the 27th of October. In order to do so, the servers will be offline from the 27th until GMT plus 8. So keep that in mind. So here are the patch notes. We got some new activities. So we've got Halloween week from 10/28 to November 3rd. We have Halloween Gamble from the same time period, as well as Plague Cauldron. It's going to be interesting. Cats and Dragons. This is going to be from November 4th to November 10th. And that same time period, we're going to have Ivy's Sweet Gift. And then we're going to have our daily login bonus, also from that period of November 4th through November 10th. So keep all those dates in mind. A lot of cool stuff coming, a lot of new activities. Very cool. So we've got two new PvP events. This is going to be Swamp of Sorrows and the Frozen Tower. I have no idea what either one of these are, so if they're cool enough, I'll make a video. We'll see what happens. Royale Royale Rumble is back with a couple changes. So this is going to replace the draft. This is the original Rumble mode. Monster level cap. So it's going to be level 6 for common and rare, and level 5 for epic and legendary. So that's a pretty big update there. Items are also going to be increased, level 3 for common and rare, and level 2 for epic and legendary. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Rumble's like. I don't play it, so it doesn't really affect me, but those who do play it, keep in mind that the monster level cap is a lot higher now. So some rules. Now if you have cards with a lower level than the cap, it will automatically be upgraded to that level. So that is kind of cool. So if you've never upgraded any card, you can play the Rumble mode and you'll have, you know, level 6 common and rares, level 5 epic. So it's gonna be a nice little preview of what you could potentially be getting. So number 4, the guild. You can now challenge your guild mates for a friendly match. You can do this now, so I'm guessing there's like probably an easier way to do it. I'm not sure exactly where they're going with that, but you can. Level requirement to unlock the tournament mode has been reduced to level 10. So when you reach 10, you receive a ticket that allows you to play the Battle Royale, or the Royale Rumble for free. All players currently above level 10 will also receive this via in-game mail. So keep that in mind. You can play the first time for free. Is that new? Has that always been there? That's interesting. Because like I said, I don't play the Rumble mode at all. So if I could play it for free, then I will probably do that in the future. And here we go. Balance changes. The one everyone wanted to see. The very first one is the Wolf Spider nerf. Okay, this Wolf Spider has been nerfed. He has now been increased from 1 crystal to 2 crystals. This is what he looks like at his current max level of 5. 2 crystals, still has Entangle, 2 range damage, and 4 health. So I was under the impression that they were going to reduce his health and leave him at 1 crystal. But they instead decided to leave his health and melee, or not melee, but range attack alone, and just increase his crystal, which I don't think is as big of a nerf as making him only 3 health. So you still may see wolf spiders. You obviously won't, or you shouldn't see 2 of them on 1 turn, unless, you know, they're playing like 1 card monsters or something like that. But so that's very interesting though. They decided to go with crystal increase instead of a health nerf. So I don't think it's as big as a nerf as what we all wanted. I think you'll still see them around because 2 crystals is still kind of a bargain for 50% chance to entangle. So I don't know. Next up, Cat Wars. They're finally changing the decks for Cat Wars, thankfully. Here's what we're going to be discussing after we look at the rest of these notes. Number 7, new levels are unlocked. So level 6 for rare monster cards and level 5 for legendary monster cards. So there's a lot of them. I went through and I looked at the ones that I thought would have the biggest impact in the game, just so you don't waste all of your precious crystals and gems on monsters who don't really do much except gain 1 health, which the majority of monsters will gain 1 health. And I mean, if they're in your deck now, you'll probably do that anyway. But cards that maybe you didn't know about, or you know, you weren't in the know with, we can look at those and see, oh hey, maybe you'll want those next time. Death mode will now activate after 15 rounds instead of 20. That's going to help me with my stall deck. And then we've got new player skins, so this is going to be interesting. The introduction of the first card skin, the Enraged Blue Dragon, as if Blue Dragon wasn't bad enough. Now we're having Enraged Blue Dragon. Additionally, you can now choose the card level skin you want to use, as long as that skin is unlocked. So this is what it looks like. This is going to be him at his max level, by the way. So he's going to have his health is going to increase by 1, so he's going to be 510 for 5 crystals. Still the best deal in the game by far. I hate Blue Dragon so much. What else we got? We got new art for Crystal, Blue Crystal Wolf, Rock Spider, Summit Witch. Summit Witch actually looks really, really cool now. The Lizards, the Lagmite, and the Witchworm. Check this out. November 9th. Mark that on your calendar because the game is changing on November 9th. Outbreak. Cards containing this new skill will be available on November 9th. Once again, November 9th. Outbreak. So when dealing physical damage to a diseased enemy, remove disease and deal additional magic damage. This is a complete departure from what Outbreak was before. That used to say deal additional physical damage. They've decided to remove that and allow Outbreak to do magic damage. So you know what that means? That means have as much armor as you want. I'm going to bypass your armor and do straight damage to you. That is a huge, huge buff to Outbreak. So if you weren't aware, this is going to completely change the game. Make sure you've got items that can do Outbreak. Make sure you play or you get these new cards. Do whatever you got to do. Outbreak is going to be a game changer, I'm telling you right now. So Outbreak is going to deal magic damage now instead of physical damage. So it's going to be crazy. Bug was fixed during the draft with duplicated options to choose from. So now that shouldn't happen. That's really stupid right there. So we shouldn't see that anymore. And then some other bug fixes and improved player experience. So again, Outbreak is going to be crazy. New skins. Wolf Spider was nerfed, kind of, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it wasn't that big of a nerf, but what have you. And a bunch of new events. So now, let's talk about number 7 here. Level 6 for rare monsters and level 5 for legendary monsters. So let's go through the list that I picked out that says, that shows, you know, who I think is going to be a good pick to use your resources on. All right, so the first one up here is going to be Skydrake. I know no one uses Skydrake. I get that. But what I wanted to point out is that at level 6, Skydrake gains 2 health. So he goes from 6-3 to 8-3. That's the only one I saw that increases his health that much. So he completely bypasses 7 and goes straight to 8. So that's a pretty big buff for Skydrake. Skydrake is a mini blue dragon, you know? So, and flight's going to be very, very important a little later on, as you'll see. So, I mean, it's not terrible. It's a pretty cool update for him. Not bad at all. Next up, give me a second here. Next up, we got... Hold on. Make sure I'm on the right thing here. That is not working. Give me a second here to make sure my settings are working. But yeah, I think Skydrake's gonna be if you don't have the blue dragon yet, like me, I don't have a blue dragon. So for me, let's clear these two. If I wanted to, I would use a Skydrake in place of him. It doesn't do nearly as much damage, for sure, but it's kind of cool. Alright, let's see if that works now. There we go. Alright, now, Big Bone. I wanted to point out Big Bone because he's going to lose 1 health. He's going to go down from 7 to 6, but he's going to increase his melee attack. So he's going to go from 7-4 to 6-5. So you have to decide, is that a good enough trade-off for you to go ahead and upgrade him? Or do you want to wait till level 7 is open so you can gain that 1 melee attack? It's up to you. But I did want to point out Big Boned. Then we've got Wolf Spider. So like I said, Wolf Spider, this is him in-game. So do keep in mind he is going to be 2 crystals instead of 1. But he's going to gain 1 range attack. So he's going to go from 4-2 to 4-3. So, I mean, still, you know, that's kind of cool there. Yeah, I add a commander banner and you've got some serious damage here from Wolf Spider. Not just that, but also the fact that he can do entangle. That's still a bargain for 2 crystals. Still a bargain. Then we've got Butterball. So I put Butterball in here because he's going to lose health, but he's going to gain melee. No, he's going to gain range attack. So he's going to be 4-4. So he's super squishy. He does only cost 2 crystals, but I mean, again, with a commander banner, or inspire, you know, shoot command, he's going to do some serious damage. So as a berserker, I think he could work like that. So that should be interesting to know. I would want to point out, I think green is going to be the most buffed by this. So you can saw there's only really like 1 barely monster from purple. Green has the most, and I think green's going to get, it's going to be really nice. Green is already good, but it's going to get even better. Then we got Squid Diver. Squid Diver, I'm telling you right now, Squid Diver is going to be a problem. If you hate Entangle on Wolf Spider, start complaining now about Squid Diver, because once his new level is opened, it's going to be a pain in the ass to fight a Squid Diver. Check out his stats. He's going to have 6 health, 3 heal. He's going to have the crystal, so you can, you know, throw him away for more crystals. He's gaining Entangle, and he's worth 2 crystals. Yes, he is a legendary, but I mean, he's a pretty common legendary, I would think. I've gotten him quite a few times. The fact that he's going to heal for 3 damage and have Entangle, that's worse. I'm telling you, that is worse than fighting a Wolf Spider. The Squid Diver is going to be everywhere, especially in high levels, so he's going to be a problem. Complain about it now, get him nerfed, because he's going to be a serious problem. We got I wanted to show the King Mushroom here. He gains 14 health. That's a lot. That's a lot of health. He's still not really a good card, but he has 14 health. I just kind of wanted to point that out. Then we've got the what is this guy called? Butterbat. I think it's Butterbat. So this one, he's not even out yet. I think he's out tomorrow. But he has going to gain 1 additional health. So he's going to be 6-2 with flight, and he heals. 6-2 with flight and heals. That's pretty good there. And all for just 3 crystals. That's a bargain. I think that's a pretty good card there. And mind you, this is not melee damage or range damage. This is magic damage. So he's going to hit straight down. So keep that in mind. Then we have Bear Robber. So I wanted to point out Bear Robber because he's going to get an additional double strike. He's going to go all the way up to 3. That is a lot of double strike for him. So he's going to be 8, 4, and 3. I mean, he's already really good as a green tank if you don't have Polar Lizard, or even, you know, on the side of Polar Lizard. So the fact that he's going to gain an additional double strike, and then you can add up to like 3 more double strikes on him. So he's going to do some pretty nasty damage. Pretty disgusting, I would say. Next up, we have the Earth Dragon. Check this guy out, right? So the Earth Dragon, you'll notice that at his next level, he's still going to have the same health, same melee attack, same contempt, but he's going to have Drain Crystal. This is not additional crystal. This is Drain Crystal. So he's not, you can't break him for additional crystals. No, when he destroys a monster, he gains an additional crystal for every monster he destroys. So think about this for a second. If you've got a board full of 2 cost monsters, you bring this guy in and he's going to get you 3 crystals. 3 crystals just by coming in and blowing up that board. So Earth Dragon might actually be useful now. I may not actually disenchant mine. That's going to be pretty interesting, especially as a deterrent to cheap decks. The potential to gain 3 extra crystals is huge, so you may see a little more Earth Dragons. He does cost 7 crystals, but you know, he can potentially get you 3 back, so that's not bad. So it really only costs 4. Then we've got, okay, I wanted to point out Archmage. Archmage is by far the worst legendary in the game. Do not craft this card. Do not ever craft this card, please. If you get it, you should probably disenchant it, but at his new level, he will have Drain Crystal as well. I don't know who Archmage is killing. You know, I don't know who he's destroying on the board, but if he does, he gets a Drain Crystal. But he's absolutely not worth any of your resources. Don't use him. Then we've got Plasper. Again, Plasper, if you're new to the game and you have him, he can work at low levels. He will gain additional melee down. So, kind of useful, especially at low levels. So Plasper as a low level beginner character card, he's going to be pretty good at his next level. Frosty. All right, next to Blue Dragon, Frosty is probably the next best card here. He's going to lose 1 health, but gain an additional magic attack. So he's going to go from 7-3 with flight to 6-4 with flight. That's a good trade-off for Frosty. That's a fantastic trade-off for Frosty. I'm not looking forward to that one at all. At all. But that's fantastic for him. Next up, my boy, Rock Monster. So Rock Monster by far got the best buff of any of the blue cards. Not only is he gaining an additional health, but he is gaining an additional enchanted armor. Plus 4 armor now. Yo, they just released the chainmail. Add plus 4 to the chainmail and see if you can ever kill a rock monster with melee damage. Magic damage, yeah, I know. But with melee damage, rock monster is going to be alive for a very, very long time. Then we've got Flying Carpet. So Flying Carpet's interesting because at his next level, he's going to have no health, but he's still going to have 3 range attack. But check it out, he's going to get Smite. So he's going to be able to destroy any armor on any character. So as a Berserker card that you just kind of throw in there and as a one-time use, that's going to be pretty cool there. But again, he's not going to have any health at all, so do keep in mind that he's not going to be there for a very long time. Then we have Boo, my boy Boo. Boo is going to just gain, he's going to gain additional range attack. So that's pretty huge for him. So keep that in mind. He's going to gain additional range attack. So he's going to be squishy at 5, but he's going to be 5'3" instead of 5'2". I like that. I like it a lot. Then we have Falcon Rider. Yo, I'm telling you right now, Falcon Rider is going to be the card that you're going to see in a bunch of decks, and it's because of his group dive that unlocks at level 5. Group dive, all your monsters with flying gain dive. When evading an attack due to flying, increase physical damage until the end of next turn. That is absurd. Think about it. Think about this, people. You put Falcon Rider on the same team as Blue Dragon, as well as Frosty, and if they all manage to dodge, which they probably all will, that's plus 3 physical damage to Blue Dragon. Plus 3 on one turn, and every single time it just keeps going up and up and up. That's disgusting. So, oh man, he's only. Let's look at his stats here. He's gonna have 7 health, so he can die in one turn if you have a Banner Parrot with somebody else. But man, that's gonna be really, really bad. And not just that, but he's gonna have 2 group dives, so maybe even more damage. That's going to be a disgusting card. So if you have one already, make sure you don't disenchant it because he's going to go exceptionally well with Blue Dragon. Lobster is going to get additional physical resistance, making him even more tanky. So that's great for him. and Night Thief. So Night Thief is finally going to get her flight. So again, another great card to roll with Blue Dragon and Falcon Rider, because her flight procs, everybody increases their melee damage. The rabbit here, the rabbit's going to gain 1 magic resistance. I don't know why, but he is. So I don't know. I guess that's good for him. Triclops is going to gain an additional double strike. So 9 health, 4 attack, and 2 double strike. That's a good tank right there. I'll tell you what, it's a great tank. And that's it. So I think those are the cards. So again, Skydrake, we got Big Boned, Wolf Spider, Butterball. Squid Diver is going to be a huge problem. The Mushroom, Butterball, not Butterball. Who's that? Butterbat, excuse me. Bear Robber, Earth Dragon's going to be pretty sick. Archmage is garbage. Don't even look at that card. Plasber, if you're a beginner, good card. Frosty. Rock Monster is so happy. He's going to be so much tankiness. Flying Carpet is going to be a great, just, you know, grenade to throw out there. Boo is going to do more damage. Falcon Rider is going to just be nasty as hell with flight. Lobster is more tanky. Night Thief is going to get flight. This one's going to get magic resistant for some odd reason. Triclops is going to gain more double strike. It's just, it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. So let me know in the comments if you agree with my assessment, or if there's another monster out there that you think is going to have some great abilities, great stats at the next increase level. Let me know if you're still going to be using Wolf Spider. I've dropped mine a long time ago. Are you still going to be using Wolf Spider when its cost is now 2? Like I said, I don't think it's as big as nerf as what I was expecting, but maybe that's too bad for you. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys next time, and I'll see you in the arena on effdash TV.